Hello fellow survivors, this is Small Archangel here, and I am taking a short break from being pounded by relentless ravening hordes of undead to show you my new build, which is this one here, which is quite cool. I'm quite pleased with it. I have not turned zombies off, as you can tell, very far from it. In fact, they're still cranked all the way up. If it seems a little quiet around here, that's because all of the zombies followed me in here and obligingly fell straight into the waiting moat, which is the same as the one that I had before, only even deeper. This one's about 4 or 5 blocks deep, I think, so once stuff goes in there it really does totally disappear. I can't even see the bottom, and I don't want to, but it does mean that I can jump in with impunity and get across quite easily without hurting myself. I have to be a bit careful on the other side though, because I have also put in a row of spikes. Oh! Yeah, I failed again. And a ramp around the outside edge, and that actually finishes off some of the zombies before they even get as far as the moat. So yeah, that's cleared out quite a lot of zombies from the local area. Oh! And I've caught myself again. Incredible. Okay, now the interesting thing about this place is I have built it purely for aesthetics. Well, not purely, there is some practical value in it, I hope. Obviously it's not very well defended against things like wasps that can fly straight across, or against cops that can just projectile puke acid just everywhere. One's already done that till I shot him in the head. And a lot of these blocks are actually not very robust. This paver stuff here is actually very pretty, I think, but it's not great from a point of view of, you know, lasting. You know, a couple of smacks and it's gone, really. So it's not great, and neither are these sidewalk blocks, these pavement slabs here either. They're pretty weak too. And obviously my gardens here, you know, they look very nice. Trees go all for looks. I mean, you know, anyone would think this was a corporate building in the middle of this zombie-infested town. There we go, just demonstrating that I don't have any immunity from these guys, but then you never do unless you're underground. And I just get so sick of being underground because you don't get to see anything. I mean, the lighting effects in this game are actually really quite cool, and you don't get to see those and enjoy those at all. If, you know, in real life I wouldn't want to live in a bunker underground if I could help it. So I thought I'd give it a go. Pre-Alpha 10, just part of my build frenzy. So I built this place. And it's basically entirely hollow underneath, and my plan was that if any zombies did actually get here, I'd take them out from up there. So let's head on up and I'll show you what I mean. Where is my ladder? I marked my ladder with a torch because otherwise I wouldn't know which leg to climb. Okay, here we go. So this is my first story. As you can see, I've done this deliberately so I can actually block this off like that, so if any spider zombies decide to shin up there, they're not getting very far. And I've made this out of trussing. You could also use rebar and the scrap iron frames that I'm very fond of, because all of those blocks can be shot through, which is quite good, because if any zombies do actually breach my moat defense, which to be honest so far I haven't seen that. I've had a couple of cheating, insert expletives here, that actually spawned in on my base down there, and this is not a very big area either. I've waypointed it, there we go. And obviously I have a bed here, so you know, I don't know how the spawning mechanics work, but yeah, they didn't spawn inside the base, but they did spawn in the area outside of it, so I had to finish those off when I arrived here. So there's that. And again, obviously, I thought more about aesthetics than practicality when I chose the pavers down there, because yeah, you can shoot through this, but it yeah, just alerted some zombies to my presence as well. But yeah, it also makes holes in that paving stuff quite well, so I would end up having to do quite a lot of repairs, but I don't care. I don't mind about that at all. Downstairs it's all faced in concrete like this, so the first few floors are like this because it's more It's more robust against any kind of zombie attack, whether they get across here or whether it's just zombie cops throwing up at me. And also on the inside, it's a structure of trussing, so this used a lot of trussing. I will come clean with you guys. I did use the cheat menu, not only because I have got very limited time, we have very limited time now before Alpha 10 comes along and wipes all this away, but also because some of the blocks I used here, you just can't get them at the moment in game without cheating. There's no way of crafting them or obtaining them. I hope ultimately you will be able to, but not for the moment. So the idea here is that I can use these spots here to, pick off members of an approaching horde, and then if any of them do actually get here, I can just shoot them through the floor, because they're going to come for wherever I am. So I figure if I'm standing right above them, they're going to be down there, and I'm going to be able to take pot shots at them. I hope. If this trussing doesn't work out, then the iron frames might actually be better, because you can see through those better. These ones, there's rather more for it to ricochet off. I can hear a load more zombies in my moat. I can't see them, but I can certainly hear them. The moat in this instance, it seems a little bit OP sometimes, but in this instance I think it's really good, because not only does it swallow all invading zombie hordes, but also it actually looks quite nice, which is good. As I say, this is kind of all about looking good. It's an experiment into epic base building design. This is my luxury apartment block. So I got another one of these here for the same reason. I actually put it there. I obviously placed these fences facing outwards so that I could block the entrance. That was my whole point, just a secondary layer of defense. And this is my forge room, so you can see I've got lots of storage chests here. Yeah, I built it. I haven't had a chance to do much foraging, so they haven't all got stuff in. I've got 4 forges, so I can have them all going at once if I want. I've got a cooking fire thing here, but that's set up with beakers so that I can distill grain alcohol in there, and some chests, obviously. Again, get a pretty good view as you go up my tower here as well. I have a spiral staircase which is built around a central pillar all the way up the corner of my tower. I actually want it in the middle, but as I say, this is a pretty small, you can see there, a pretty small foundation footprint here really, so I didn't have too much in the way of space, so I ended up putting this in a corner. When it's just you building it, it takes long enough as it is really, and when you're worried about it, the whole thing collapsing. So this is my storage rooms. I've got gun safes here. Again, I don't think there's any way of actually obtaining gun safes without cheating at the moment. Plus loads of chests, and we're a level higher here as well. And then up the next floor is where the concrete gives way to adobe, which is again not very strong on the outside, but it looks a lot nicer. I don't know that you can actually make adobe in the game at the moment, but yeah, I was cheating, so sue me. Okay, so this is my library and study area. You can see I've got loads and loads of bookcases here. Some of them even say untouched because I haven't been here for a while. But I'm actually putting books that I find that I've actually already scribed in there. So if I do any multiplayering, anybody can, if anybody joins me, they need to learn some recipes. There's loads of them here. They can skill up. And again, some actual glass windows here. Hopefully wasps won't come and smash through them. I've never had that happen, but there's always a first time for everything, as I am constantly discovering. I've got a nice little office thing going on here, safe and all of the rest of it. So you can really go to town if you use creative mode, and this is my creative mode though, as I say. If you build the moat first, you can pretty much ensure you'll keep the zombies out. Got some nice balconies on my living apartments up here, so you really do get quite a cracking view. You can really see the hordes coming from a long way away. Though in this game, all 131 days of it, there has been no feral hordes. Anyway, that's kind of not what this save's about anymore. Got my nice kitchen there. As usual, I keep stuff in my cupboards. Actually, I haven't got much stuff in any of the cupboards. I tend to fill them up one by one, and most of these cupboards are actually empty. I got some stuff in my fridge from my garden, which we'll get to eventually. I have penthouse garden kind of thing going on. So yeah, this is my living area. Got 2 balconies here to look out, and you can see the top there. If you look down again, not ever so practical. I do have an anti-zombie shelf going around there and around the very top there as well. Again, adobe, not very robust, but I don't think spider zombies can actually punch above them, so I don't think that's too much of a big deal. Certainly hoping not anyway, but as I say, if I don't actually see a feral horde in this game, it's probably not overly important. Okay, so you can see I've got some pretty decent windows up here as well. And then this is my dressing area here. I use these cupboards. This is my wardrobe setup, which I quite like. Some medicines there, and I use these, not that I've got anything much in them, some boots there. I use these to keep some clothing in that I might have looted or made myself. Yeah, again, not much in there really. Oh, I'll just have some food before I drop down dead mid-video. I do enjoy a nice view. What I've done here, which is particularly cunning, is I've actually concealed a bed underneath the floor. That is to say, these beds here don't act as a bed in the game. They don't provide a spawn point for you. But what I've done, now I can't do this without destroying it. What I've done, I'm not sure that's going to work ever so well. I need an axe. Okay, much as I hate destroying my furnishings, there we go. Oh, it's not under that one. Oh, that one. Hello, I thought I had. You know what? I think I might have forgotten. That was dumb. Oh no, there it is. Okay, and I just picked it up again by accident. I meant to pick up the other. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually buried this bed under the floor. Now, the only trouble is you can't do that unless you take out a piece of carpet. So I'm going to have to do that again now. That was an epic fail. Alright, so this is how it's done. So long as you've got a deep enough floor to do this, and you can see my trussing underneath it. Oh my gosh! If you're going for creative mode, the other good thing to do is, for Pete's sake, put it on low block durability, because otherwise it just takes a month of Sundays to chop through your blocks. If you accidentally place one wrongly, which I do all the time, like accidentally picking stuff up when you don't mean to. Any time now would be lovely. Oh, do I have a fire axe? No, I do not have a fire axe. At least not here. It'd probably help if I had a bit more stamina. You can't actually place the bed unless there's 2 squares free, but you then can place something over the foot of the bed, as technically only the head of it really counts as a block. Bizarre, but that's the way it goes. So in a second, I might actually be able to put the bed down again. Come on. Yeah, a fire axe is much better for this kind of thing. Oh, bit of lag there. Okay, so here's the bed. Doesn't really matter where you put it over much. Don't think I can place it there. You see, it does take the entire 2 places. Thank you. Eventually, finally. Now. And then we've got a slightly weird hole in the floor. But if I put my bed back over the top of it, up, it will act just like if I'd placed it on the floor. Occasionally it can glitch out ever so slightly, and you can end up kind of hovering in midair. But this one, can we? Yeah, we can just. Oh no, that ruins it. You see, because it's kind of fallen through the floor. So we really have to see. This is how to cheat. Get 1 block of that carpet, and then I can place it. There we go. You can tell a single player game, player person when you see them, can't ya? Okay. I know some people manage to hack these games. I don't know why you'd even bother. There we are, there's my bed. Okay, so I wouldn't advocate cheating unless you're playing all on your own, which I am. So here we go. I've got a nice little bathroom in here as well. Shower unit, we've got a bathtub. It's always useful having a source of water that isn't the toilet. I always found that slightly wrong somehow. And some sinks where I store stuff as well. And yeah, you can see get some really nice daylight effects around here, which yeah, I'm very fond of. I think it's very pretty. Some other lighting options would be nice, but you can't have everything. And then finally we have the roof, where I have my roof garden. I've put in a path because I get quite fed up really when I'm on the garden of accidentally trashing my crops, particularly corn, because it takes so very, very long to grow. And I like to be able to walk around the outside of my roof as well to check out what's going on below. As you can see here, I've got kind of an anti-zombie lip. I'm not sure if that would actually be effective because it's kind of the wrong way up to really work. It had to go flat side down for that, but I do have anti-zombie defenses, anti-spider defenses a bit lower down for that. So there you have it. My garden has not been growing for ever so long. I have had only one lot of crops out of it so far because I then went feral horde hunting, but yeah, it's nice to come back here to my sanctuary from time to time to be able to just chill out a little bit. As I say, I don't tend to get feral hordes here in spite of all my settings being on full. And it's a much more pleasant place to be, in spite of all of the zombies can quite literally throw at me. And they do try. One thing I would say is if you do suffer from motion sickness, probably not a great plan to build a staircase like this because it goes down for approximately 3 months. And it's quite crazy really. Does take a long time to get down, so if you're gonna be wanting to get all the way to the bottom quickly, that probably isn't the best way. Jumping probably isn't the best way either, because that would hurt, as I know, because I did kill myself a couple of times while playing this. I did it as much as possible not in God mode, just to see if this kind of structure would be possible. It is, but you do have to be quite careful. So just get a look at it from the opposite side of my... Yeah, whatever. From the other side of my moat. There we go. So that is my luxury apartment. I guess you could build them an awful lot bigger if you really, really wanted. But the only trouble with that is if, as I say, you are a single player like me playing on your own, it takes really quite a lot of work to do just that. Never mind adding even more to it, and then to have a zombie horde come and wipe it out would be quite aggravating as well. So always best, I find, not to place too much not to invest too much in everything that we create, because it's only going to get wiped at the end of the day. This is still alpha. Come alpha 10 I'm going to have to wave bye-bye to this structure and all of the others, but sadly probably not those annoying noises that my character makes when she hurts herself, which she regularly does. So, I hope you like my design. I enjoy it quite a lot, in spite of the moat that I keep falling in when I'm looking back at it. It's, yeah, very nice. Probably wouldn't stand up to a feral horde, but in a game where feral hordes are broken, it's pretty cool. So, thank you for watching my little video, and look out for my next rather more exciting Horde episode. Or perhaps the episode I do when Alpha 10 comes out, and I'll be taking a look at the character customization. Exciting stuff, folks. Okay, check it later. See ya.